Our first speaker is Cynthia Halverson, followed by Brett Dayberry.
In a recent legal case called Moms for Liberty versus Brevard Public Schools, the judge made the following statement. The content of books in school libraries is a matter of serious community interest. It would be difficult, if not impossible, for speakers to adequately air their concerns about a particular book without informing the school board and the community about what the book says. Describing the content of a book is not as potent as reading the words, nor is it as informative. And it is remarkable for the board to suggest that this speech can be prohibited in a school board meeting because it's inappropriate for children when it came directly from a book that is available to the children in their school library. Previously, we were denied this right, and for this reason, there will be a number of citizens who will read from books within D20 school libraries, with the purpose of being to demonstrate the truly vile and disgusting nature of many of those books in our libraries, and ultimately to initiate action being taken. Of note, not one single progressive has been elected to this board in the last 3 election cycles. We have had only conservatives elected, and yet we still have this filth within our libraries. It's long overdue for this situation to be addressed. It is now time for this latest iteration of board to stop acting as its predecessors have done, which unfortunately are sought with pure cowardice. Revelation 21:8, but the fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, the murderers, the whoremongers, the sorcerers, the idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Ephesians 5:11, I have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. So be it done.
And we're here with Cynthia tonight. She was one of the people who spoke at the board meeting on the pornographic and adult-themed books that we see in the D20 school district. So Cynthia, what's your advice to parents that may be concerned about what they've heard tonight?
To come to these board meetings and speak out and write to the board members and call the board members, call the principals, do whatever they can to say we are against this, we are not for this, and we want those out of here.
And what's your thoughts on the overall reaction of the board to the books being read tonight?
Non-reaction, unfortunately. You know, as I heard those words being spoken, it was like arrows through my heart. I was trying to look at their faces and see what their reaction was, and I didn't see a lot of reaction. I know they've heard Brett's talking in the past, but I think the more that we read from these books, and there are so many of them, as Bill has made everyone aware, the more we read and the more content they hear, I think it's going to penetrate their hearts, and it's going to change things. I think the more people that know about this, especially the parents, the stronger we can be in getting this addressed. That's kind of where I'm coming from. I would love to be serving on this school board and getting to it from that angle, but I'm joining with Bill and Brett to do whatever I can from this side of the board. Parents need to know. A lot of parents that I talk to, I recently ran for school board, and a lot of parents that I talked to while I was campaigning, they were clueless of what is going on. They were clueless about these books. Oh, those aren't in our libraries. Yes, they are in your libraries, your children's libraries, and they have access to them. And even my own son was one of them. So to me, that's where my heart is just to get this out to the parents. Yes, we need to come to the school board, do everything we can to get this changed, but I think the more parents that know about it, the stronger we can be, a stronger force we can be in getting that done.